Hello, souls of the interweb of Earth, star, and whatever this is right here, right now. Whatever it is, I am so grateful to be here on this beautiful, wet, rainy Wednesday. It is the first of a new month, April, and we're going to tune into it. We're going to tune in to the energy of the month of April. I pulled a couple cards before I popped on here, but before we look at those, I just want to talk about the rain for a second and also show my gratitude and my love for the rain. I think it's significant that I am experiencing a rain that is also happening on the first day of the month at the same time as a full moon is happening. The moon and the rain really are bringing like a nice, potent, clear the rest of the stuff out of the way feeling before we're about to enter this forward momentum and movement that I feel the month of April has the potential for and is carrying and holding for us. So thank you to the rain. It rained all night last night and it's still going. I wish that you all could smell the earth. It is one of my very most favorite things when it rains in the high desert. The earth and the smell and the feel of it after being blessed with rain is just so magic and healing and nourishing, and I think something that we all need right now. I will say that the feelings of things, especially since the spring equinox about a week ago, has been intense. I think on an individual level and on a collective level, we're all feeling a lot, and we need to, because we need to let this water, this rain, this moon illuminate and clear away all the things that are just not working for us anymore. And I would like to look at this and think of this more on a collective level than on an individual level. I think that both are important, but I feel right now there is such potential in what is happening all around us to really look at things that are showing themselves clearly, like in our faces, to look and be like, I don't choose that anymore because I know better, or I know the truth now, or that doesn't work for me, slash us, slash we, slash the earth, because there's a lot of that right now. So I just love that this is the energy that is showing up today. This water, this rain, this moon, along with this like fiery potential of April. Let's take the day or whatever time you need to go within, to rest, to move what needs moving, so that tomorrow and this next week and this next month and this new earth we can create from a space of presence and intention and collective connection that will serve our highest goods, the highest good of the collective, and the highest good of the earth. Anyway, I should stop rambling about the rain. I could talk about her for forever. Let's just quickly look at some of the cards we pulled. They're a bit wet, but that's okay. I first pulled from my Archangel Michael Oracle card deck one of my favorites. He just always brings through such grounded, easy to understand, loving, nurturing, and protective messages. So always reaching for a good Archangel Michael Oracle deck. And there's two very similar messages that are showing up here. We have honor and trust your feelings, and your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Which, like, pretty straightforward, right? There's not a lot that needs to be said about that. I think that it is important, clearly, right now, to go within, feel your feels, acknowledge your inner wisdom, your intuition, and let that guide you. And go with that. Do you. Do what you feel most aligned and most called to. Fuck the rest. Next ones we got are lean on God and the angels for support, and prayer will help this situation. So if these don't resonate for you, because maybe you don't resonate with God and angels being your support system, or you're not someone who feels called to pray, that is so perfectly beautiful and okay. The way that I resonate with it is to reach out for support, and to support your own community, loved ones, family, and support the collective in the best way that you know how at this time. And to also lean on your strength, your center. Get really clear in that. Know that it's always there. It's always got you. And also to lean on the earth, the support that the earth is offering us. She's literally always there for a hug, for a breath of fresh air, for a moment of grounding. And she wants to be there to provide that for us. Just make sure that if you are receiving support from the earth, to take a moment and share and reciprocate that love, that gratitude, make an offering of some sort. She is one of the biggest supports on my team, is the earth, and I am so grateful. So before we move on to the other cards, I'm just going to show you this other card that did not pop out when I set the intention to pull, but when I picked up the deck, it was right there, and it feels significant. A favorable outcome. Who doesn't want one of those? I think we all are really needing that right now. So thank you, Archangel Michael, for the beautiful outcome to this situation, which is perfect and fair for everyone involved. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for helping me trust and have faith. And cheers to that. Okay. Before we finish, these last cards are from the Faeries Oracle deck, illustrated by Brian Freud, who is one of my biggest inspos, honestly. As a kid, having his art and not necessarily understanding that what he was doing was channeling the elementals, the fairies, the many beings that are right on the other side of the veil. yeah, I didn't realize it at the time, but it had such a big impact on me. And this deck is really special, and I'm slowly getting to know it. So we got 2 cards from this deck. The first one is... Himself. But it was in the reverse. So, himself, this card, it indicates a lot of energy is present, and he energizes any cards that are around him, which is significant when we come to the next card. It's a good one. So, he is potent. And in his healed state, his upright state, he really brings that energy. He brings more of an aliveness, more vigor, more power. He is the preserver of the natural world and its balances, which is interesting because right now, our natural world and the balance of things, no. Just no. When the energy of himself is blocked, we might feel drained or depressed and out of control. And yeah, that just says, I think, a lot. This is feels very representative of the collective right now and what we are really pushing to move through and shift. I'm just going to read a little tiny excerpt from the book where it talks about the meaning of the reversed significance. It says, twisted, the life force, strength, and or authority may be being misused as arrogant aggressiveness or violence towards others. When this card is reversed in a reading, careful and prayerful consideration needs to be given to how the energy can be rechanneled into its naturally creative and protective mode. At worst, this potent energy becomes a force of war for oppression and domination. The very worst is when brutality or twisted sexuality is turned on the very persons this energy within us should be protecting. What has great potential for good can also have great potential for destruction. Volcanic release may occur. If you know, you know. The part about the volcano is crazy. And that all of that is just so spot on, really, to what we're experiencing and what we are trying to claw our way away from. And are working towards healing this wounded, to me it represents the wounded and toxic masculine that has been ruling and running the show for way too long. So a lot of shifting happening here as we move through all collectively and individually healing that reversed embodiment of himself. The last card that we pulled is the Faeries of the Future card. She's beautiful. Fairies of the Future. And some of the energies of the Fairies of the Future are to be here now, to be present, to listen to guidance, and to move forward. This card just really, I think, speaks for itself. Fairies of the Future, they are the creators and our forward momentum, representative of forward momentum, of abundance, really. I feel like there's a lot of abundance, a lot of energy in this card. To me, she looks pregnant, which is representative of a birthing of something new. And I'm also just going to quickly read the little excerpt from Brian here because I think it's potent. These are the fairies of a bright future and are essential companions on any journey. When these fairies appear, it is time to consider where we have been and where we wish to go. There are many opportunities, many potentials, but we must choose a path and then take realistic, practical steps to bring the desired future into being. This is not a time to wait for things to come to us, but to step forward boldly to meet them. We may do this alone if we wish, or in the company of those who share our goals and dreams. Enough said. I think that's what's happening. Collectively, individually, it's a beautiful message. All my things are getting wet, so that's fine. We love it. We love the rain. I'm just tucking things, and then quickly I will channel a little message, and I think that I would love to ask for the fairies of the future to bring us a message, a collective message that is significant for us in the month of April. Okay. Have no fear, dear ones. The fairies of the future are here. Yes, do you feel our spark within each and every one of you? We are here. We are in your hearts. We are in your bellies, birthing and creating, so much potential for you and your planet and your collective through this shift. Don't you feel it? Don't you feel the shift, the change in the wind, in the rain? Feel it. Be present with all that comes up throughout this time, the discomfort, the pain, the grief, the loss of the things that you thought you knew, that you thought you wanted, you wished for, you dreamed for, and now everything changes. You dream for something else, you hope, you wish, you act upon something else. We wish, dear humans of the planet Earth, we wish for you to see your potential, to understand what you are capable of creating. It is time to take yourself out of the box and to release yourself, wings outspread, so that you may experience all the possibilities, all the potential, all the places, all the people, all of the alignment. Fly to it now. Uncage your wings, let them unfurl. The only reason you have been kept in this cage for so long is because you have not known that you could take yourself out of it at any moment. Release yourself now. It is not serving you. It is not serving anyone else. It is not serving the planet, the collective of the beings who have embodied at this time in this space. It is not supporting anyone for you to remain shackled. You are not broken. You are not small. You have come here for divine purposes to support yourselves, your earth, your community, your collective throughout this time, this place, this shift. And it is time now. Step out of your boxes, spread your wings, and fly to us. We will meet you anywhere you wish to meet with us. We will be there. We are present. And we invite you now to pull in, breathe in, turn inwards into your heart space, where there sits a fairy ring of fire. Yes, fire, my friends. We need the fire at this time to burn, to purge, to let go, to release. Sometimes a whole forest needs to burn for new growth to be birthed. So meet us here in the ring of fire in your heart space so that we may, the fairies of the future, create collectively a world in which we all live, cohabitate, co-create, connect, in a way that serves all collective good, collective healing, collective growth. And you are getting very wet, aren't you now, our dear channel? Well, you chose this. Yes, you did. How funny is that? What will you create from this space? Will you allow the rain now to water the seeds that you have planted in this fresh and compost-rich soil? Yes, you will. For you are here and you have no other choice, unless you would like to stay in this box you have created for yourself. We don't think so. So let's burn it. And we will fly from there. Thank you, thank you. We send you on your way. And we hope that you enjoy this month of April. And I'm wet, and I'm gonna go now. Thanks, guys. Bye.